I'll tell you some uncomfortable truths you may don't want to listen. Are you sick of being suffocated by Hollywood films and left-wing social media platforms? Are you fed up with losing masculine role models and feeling as if no one cared about you? There is no need to look any further. We'll explore the reality about hypergamy and how it can motivate you charge of your life without surrendering your priorities. Do you still don't believe me? Conduct your own research, investigation and decide for yourself. However, be warned, this video might include red pill truth bombs that will question your existing ideas. So press that notification bell and prepare for a game-changing encounter. Women don't care about men, and this is a reality of feminine nature. We must accept it. It doesn't mean you should dislike them or maybe become bitter or angry at them because of it, you know. It's just something we have to accept. For example, if you were out and a bee stung you, would you be angry at the bee for harming you? No. Of course, you'd simply accept that it's what bees do. It's worth nothing that only female bees sting, you know? Isn't that interesting for you? Well, but you just have to understand that it's part of female nature to not care about guys, you know? And if you think about it, at the end of the day, women don't give a damn about men. They are solely concerned about themselves, and that is what hypergamy is and how it is intended to function. They worry about their own wants being satisfied and their own survival, if we can call it that way. If you believe your girlfriend or wife cares about you at all, your emotional investment in your relationship with her, or how much time you've spent with her, or how many years you've been together, or how much money you spent on her, she doesn't. And that's not how hypergamy works at all. She thinks about that at the end of the day is finding the highest value men. And as Chris Rock puts it, when your wife gives you that look, whether it's a disgusting one, a resentful one, or a passive-aggressive one, it's because she knows you aren't her first choice. You know, you aren't her first choice. And the vast majority of women are hypergamous, and they don't care about guys. They just care about what you can do for them and the value you can bring to their lives, and the excitement you can bring to their lives, you know. It's almost as if you're an entertainment for them. You have to keep her pleased at all times. Everything revolves around her. I realize it's tough thing to swallow, folks, but don't get furious at your girl right away. Don't blame her. It's like saying, don't blame the bee for stinging you. You know, it's simply part of her nature. So consider all of your ex-girlfriends and failed relationships, which you invested years of your life in her. You emotionally invested in her, were monogamous, faithful to her, dedicated your life to her, you know, build your life around her. Tough, she was your best friend, and then one day she just gets up and leaves, or she just gets up and cheats on you. You discover out she's having sex with another guy out of the blue. It happens a lot, unfortunately. And you are simply surprised. How could she do this to me? You wonder. Oh my goodness, I assumed she was my best buddy. I thought we were in love. What about all of our vacations together? What about, you know, the house we purchased together? What about the time we went to Paris and celebrated Christmas with our families? How could she have done this to me? You can ask to yourself, you know. But she doesn't care about you. At the end of the day, women are uninterested in us. We are replaceable to them. Take a look at what's going on in the feminist movement. All of these men who are being exploited as tools believe that at the end of the day, at the end of the tunnel, they will find intercourse, which they will not, generally. They are just being utilized. These males will be disposed of as soon as these ladies are done exploiting them to further their objective, you know. Unfortunately, the most of them will never learn their lesson and will be eager to hop on the next bandwagon, you know, to assist women in furthering their agenda and feeding them more power. They have no idea that they are being utilized. And consider Instagram. See all these chicks taking selfies and all these thirsty beta males leaving hundreds, if not thousands of comments supporting these goals, but she never responds. And she has no intention of ever responding or meeting any of these individuals in person. Why does she behave in this manner? She's doing it because you are providing her with something, you know? You are providing her with validation, for example. That's what chicks enjoy. Women are inherently attention seekers. These females are just interested in your attention, in your time. An affirmation, of course. That's all. She doesn't care about you at the end of the day. This includes your wife or girlfriend. She probably doesn't care about you in particular. That happens a lot. She is concerned with probably what you can do for her as well as you are doing for her, you know, whatever. The value you are offering at the time, whatever value you are happen to be offering to her, whether it's cash value, childcare, while she's at work, or sexual fulfillment, you're adding value to her life, you know, which keeps her around. That's why they say you don't own these females. It's just your turn, particularly with the 8s, 9s, and 10s. The 2 old, sexiest ladies, these women are not your property. They belong to the society. They belong to the world. And it's only your turn, so enjoy it, since it won't be your turn for long. They belong to the community, you know? And then in their 30s, when they are not longer hot and drop form, say a 9 to a 6 or a 7 because she's growing older, that's when you can marry her off. However, as they reach at the age of 30, the majority of them begin to lose their attractiveness. Woman's appearance begins to deteriorate in her late 20s. At the age of 26 or 27, she starts to lose her beauty. As a result, by her 30s, she's no longer an 8, 9, or 10. She's most certainly not a 10. That is empirically true, you know? Apologize. But so that female who was once a 10 in her 30s may slip down to a 7 or a 6, and she's no longer community property. And no, as you may marry that girl, and she'll probably stay with you as long as you are one of the beta providers and provide for her monetary, you know. But it will be your chance. All these years she exploited you as an emotional tampon will be eventually pay off when she's in her 30s, has lost her beauty, and is on the verge of going insane. That's when she'll cash in her chips and be ready for a thirsty beta male like yourself. Supposing you are one of those gentlemen, you know. However, the dominant guys who are having fun with her and running a subway on her with not be interested in compromising with her. But the dominant men who are having fun with her and running a train on her and doing all sort of wild sexual stuff in her 20s, you know, will continue to date 20 years olds. Those boys aren't stupid enough to marry this girl after she's gone off the carousel. They are not naive enough to marry women in her 30s, 40s, or 50s. It's usually the beta men who do it. Hypergamy doesn't care about your sentiments, emotions, all the vacations you went with her, all the the money you put in her, on the car you bought her. Hypergamy is careless because the same girl can abandon you at the end, at the drop of a hat in favor of a more valuable guy. That's exactly how it works. If you are going to dispute with me about it and be naive enough to believe differently, she can love me totally. I know the more I invest in her, the more she'll adore me. Man. So go ahead and do that, This is why it's critical to red pill oneself, to disconnect from the blue pill matrix, because your old blue pill beliefs and ideas have never served you well. You must be truthful with yourself. This is also for my skeptics who want to bash me for what I'm informing you. You realize those blue pill thoughts you are experiencing, when have they ever helped you? And to be honest, I'm attempting to assist you. When have your convictions ever served you well? And consider all the women you've had. Well, many of you are incels, but for those of you who have had girlfriends, think about how she discarded you, how she didn't care, and how she just left you for dead. When have those blue pill ideas ever served you well? They haven't. They never have. Consider all the females you're truly attracted to. How do they treat you? They do, after all, treat you like a little brother, don't they? They treat you like a piece of junk. Isn't it truth that they use you as an emotional tampon? You can't convince me differently. And here you sit defending these ladies, these girls. Yeah, that's complicated, man. So I just wanted to make it a little coaching video to show you how sexual selection works again. If you don't believe me, look it up and conduct your own research. Check it out for yourself. Don't go after the messenger, feel free to leave your comments down below, of course. Don't forget to hit the like button also, and click the notification bell at the top to be alerted anytime I publish a new life-changing video, guys. And that's it. Also, please subscribe to my channel, please.